Hey guys, Skittlerampage here. Welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So we're back with trending Funko Pop news, and we have 9 Funko Pops going up in value. Now guys, we have some pretty interesting choices today, and I do like to encourage you guys to participate in these videos if you want to see them more often. And how you can do that is by leaving a comment down below of a Funko Pop you've noticed going up in value. And if it is, it might appear in the next video. Now let's go ahead and ask the question of the day before we get started, which is, what's a Funko Pop that you've purchased that went up in value like crazy? Let me know down below. Okay, let's go and get things started with Stranger Things. So we do have the Vecna with Creel House Pop Town. So you can see where it kind of jumped up there in the new year. Estimated value around $70 there. You can see some current listings range from $60 up to $85. And then recent sales do range around that as well. This is nearing to be about a $90 to $100 piece, which is pretty crazy, but not too surprising. Obviously, Stranger Things just ended. There's still a lot of hype around a ton of the merchandise, especially Funko Pops. A lot of them are up in value right now. And of course, a majority of them are going to level out. But do keep in mind, it's a common, it's always possible. Funko loves their Stranger Things pops, so they'll probably restock a ton of these in the near future. Now, next up for Pop Rocks, we have Zayn Malik here. So estimated value around $16. As you can see, has not been updated in a while on its chart. Current listings do range as low as $35 up to $60, and then recent sales were around $30 up to $45. So this one's definitely no longer retail. Obviously, Zayn's super popular. They never actually made any official One Direction pops, which I was kind of surprised about. That probably would have been huge. Maybe it was a hard license to get. No idea. And there's not a lot of them out there currently on most marketplaces, and I don't even think this one will get a restock. So if you are looking for one, it might be worth getting one right now. Oh, something else that might be worth mentioning, why some are probably being actively bought up, is that I believe he's also currently on tour, so probably has a lot to do with it as well. Now, next up from House of the Dragon, we have Queen Rhaenyra here with Cyrex. So estimated value around $40. You can see it hasn't been updated in a little bit. Recent sales actually range from $58 up to $90 there. And then I can only find 2 listings on eBay ranging from $90 to almost $100. So as you can see, there's not a lot of this one out there. Now, as to if it's going to restock, no idea. House of the Dragon is a big license for Funko. They're actively always adding to it. So there is a possibility that they could restock this one. Maybe it won't, maybe it will. We will see. For now though, if you do own this one, it's nearing to be about a $100 piece, which is pretty cool. Oh, something I wanted to tell you guys as well is that I've actually started watching Game of Thrones. I got through season 1 yesterday, actually. I just started season 2. I don't like a lot of the characters. They make me mad. There's so many characters I don't like. Once I get farther into the show and, you know, maybe my opinions might change, I'll let you guys know which ones are those, but it's most of the commonly hated ones, no surprise there. But so far, Game of Thrones is really good, though I'm not too happy that apparently season 8 is terrible, so it's not gonna have a great ending. Okay, next up for my anime fans, we have Sung Jinu here, the LE Pop at 9,500 pieces from Entertainment Earth. Estimated value around $150 there. So you can see some recent sales do range from $150 up to $245. And then current listings were around $200 and up. You may be able to find a couple a little bit under that, but a lot of these are very expensive. Now guys, remember this is a limited piece. It's not even actually limited to 9,500 pieces here in the US. It's more limited than that, given the fact that they split up the stock between here and overseas. So there's only so many to go around. So if you do have this one, make sure to hold on to it a little bit longer. As the stock dries up, it's gonna get more and more expensive. And for those wondering, it's not gonna restock. There's a set amount out there, so if you find a deal, it might be worth picking up. Now, another interesting anime pick is something we're revisiting, and that is Toji from the Shibuya incident. So this is a Funko Shop exclusive. Recent sales range from $55 up to $75, and then current listings are around $60 to $80 there. So this one didn't have a ton of stock when it initially released, and I don't even believe it's restocked since. So I think that has a lot to do with it. Other than Jujutsu Kaisen calling games right now, obviously it's creating a lot of hype around merchandise and all that. Even the Maki Funko Pop in the JJK set, as well as the Chozo Funko Pops have been actively going up too. So a few in the set are going up in value, but today we're talking about Toji. Toji's a beloved character. There's only 2 pops out there, and there's only so much stock out there for this one. As to if they'll restock in the future, Funko Shop exclusive. They could. We'll see if it happens. Next here for Bridgerton fans, we have Kate Sharma here. Estimated value around $160. You can see where it jumped up like crazy from the $80 to $100 range it was at. Recent sales range from 120 up to 150, and then current listings of what I could find were around 180 to 225. There's not a lot of her up right now. Bridgerton's also super popular, so again, like most things I've been saying, I don't want to completely rule out a restock because it is a common. Now, something I did notice about this one on eBay, and this happens a lot, so I do my best to weed them out, but there were a lot of similar sale listings, or like there was like a bid on one that was only one bid, and usually those are kind of like shill bidding things to try to raise the value on something that people probably have a couple of. So I purposely try to leave those out of here when I noticed that it was multiple of the same photos and same sales and all that, because those were much higher, around the $200 and up mark. So I would say this one's probably more around the 150, 160 pop price guide is showing. But with those other $200 sales I just mentioned, it might rise up even more because that's what they're trying to do basically. Regardless though, it's a super expensive pop and there's not a lot of them out there, so it's going to be hard to get regardless. Now, another Bridgerton pop going up in value includes Daphne Bridgerton here. Estimated value around $55, though she's been selling higher than that. Recent sales range from $50 up to $100. Now, current listings actually range from $44 up to $95 over on Mercari there. So as you can see, even though they are low, most of these have $20 to $50 shipping attached to them, making it a little bit more expensive. Not a lot of Daphne out there either. Like I said though, the Bridgerton Funko Pop set is very sought after and the show is extremely popular over on Netflix, so not surprised that these are going up. Daphne is also a common though, so like I said with Kate and a few others, a restock is possible. I'll let you guys know if that happens. Next up from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, we have Jake Peralta here. So this one didn't actually have a chart available, unfortunately. However, recent sales did range from $26 up to $63 from the UK over there. And then current listings of what I could find, again, super limited like some of these other ones, were around the kind of $30, $40 range. Now guys, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, super popular. It's one of my favorite TV shows out there. Love Jake, love most of the characters. I kind of hope they do more of them in the future and get the rest of the characters that we're still missing. So I'm not really surprised that this one's going up because this is a similar show to like New Girl, where those pops are a little bit more expensive. Let me know in the comments though, have you watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine? If you haven't, I would highly recommend it. Now our next selection is Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil. So this one doesn't need much of an explanation, but let's go over the chart and everything. So estimated value around $350. You can see it had a huge jump from December leading up to the new game's release. Recent sales, $500, $300, $200, $255. And the current listings actually had most of them overseas. So a lot of these have, again, $30, $45 shipping attached to them. There's next to none over on Mercari. Same with eBay. There's not a ton of listings. Anything here in the US is much more expensive than it is overseas. And obviously the main reason for that is the new Resident Evil Requiem game that just came out. People love Leon. He's doing all kinds of crazy things in the game. I do actually want to play the game myself. I might still watch like Rad Brad play it first and, you know, see if I like the story and want to play it and all that. I'm just not big on horror games. I can't bring myself to do it most of the time. Like genuinely guys, they creep me out. I hate having the headphones on in a quiet room and then all the jump scares. I don't know if I can bring myself to do it, but I might. You know, I might. Nonetheless though, this is the only Leon Kennedy Funko Pop that we currently have. We are actually expected to get a new Resident Evil wave in the next couple months though. So stay tuned for that. If you can't afford this one, you will have another opportunity at a Leon. Well guys, that does wrap up our trending Funko Pop news for today. That was 9 more Funko Pops that are actively going up. Make sure to let me know in the comments below, do you own any of the pops that we did talk about today? Now that aside though, I do want to thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to hit the like button down below if you did enjoy and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure you follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page. So you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.